In today's video, I will be decorating this cake to mimic what I have on the picture above. It's a basketball themed cake. I may not have everything, but the end goal is for it to look very similar. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and let's do this together. Welcome back. So I had already made my buttercream that will be used to frost the cake. So I needed some colored orange. So to get an orange color is 1 part of yellow food coloring and 1 part of red food coloring. When mixed together gives an orange consistency, an orange color. So that is what I got, and I kept that aside. Now I will begin with trimming my cakes so I can be able to frost them. This was my Biscoff cake. Check the link above to watch the video where I showed you how I made this cake. So I used a serrated knife to cut the cake, just to trim it off, just to trim the top a little bit, because this was pretty much a flat cake, so I didn't want to really dig right in. Just the top part was good for me. Then I took some buttercream and just applied it on the cake board, because this is what is going to help the cake to stick on the cake board. Once that was done, I set that aside and I continued. So I've trimmed my cake and I've placed it on the cake board. Then I will be using my simple syrup to wet the cake. The reason for doing this is because once this cake is done, it's going to be set in the refrigerator, and the refrigerator dries out cake too much. So once that was done, I now did my first layer of frosting, and this was the orange buttercream I colored earlier. Again, I did this because this is a basketball themed cake, and orange is usually the theme color behind basketball. So this other cake is my milk flavored cake. Again, check the link above to watch how I showed you how I made this milk flavored cake. Again, I did the same thing. I used my simple syrup to just wet the cake a little, and I will be layering these two cakes together. Again, my simple syrup always comes in handy. Now I wanted to use the dulce de leches for this top part. So for me to be able to create a dam, I had to put the white buttercream in a piping bag or in a piping tip to create a dam. Once this dam is created, and any runny mixture that you put inside will stay inside because of the dam that has been created. So that is my dulce de leches spread. So I put it in, and using my spoon, I just played around with it so everything gets to the side. So that is how it looked like. And this was the third cake. So for me to get that one tier cake, I used 3 different cakes. So again, with my simple syrup to make sure my cake is nice and wet, and I was done with the layering. Now it's for me to do the crumb coating. Crumb coating is when you do your very best to lock in all the crumbs of the cake. Or if you've been watching till this moment and you haven't subscribed, please hit the red subscribe button. I notice many people watch my videos from all over, but they haven't yet subscribed. So please do well to subscribe. So let's grow this channel together. So I was done I'm crumb coating currently using my bench scraper. And once everything looked nice and clean like this, I set it in the refrigerator for like 4 hours. And here was I working on my fondant that was going to be used to cover the cake. This is a Wilton fondant. This is not a paid advert, but I like using Wilton fondant. This is what I have close to me right now. After rolling to about 8 inch or 1/8 of an inch. I used it to cover the cake. In covering the cake, you have to make sure you play around from top going down, and you keep opening the fondant like a skirt. You want to keep having that skirt look at the bottom. That way it helps you to reduce elephant legs that gets produced once you're working on fondant. I was done with covering the cake. I trimmed the excess at the bottom. Using my two smootheners, I play around with both of them to get this sharp edge. To get this sharp edge can take a while because you have to play with it, but this is the final look. So now I had colored some fondant orange to get that bottom part of the cake. So that is what I'm doing right now. I am slowly applying the fondant. This is called paneling. So in case you have a tall cake and you're finding it difficult to actually put the fondant over, you can do paneling. I will be working on a cake where I'll be paneling to show you how I did it. So I just looked around to make sure everything was aligned, everything looked nice and smooth, and I cleaned around the sides, and this is how it looked like after cleaning the sides. In cleaning the sides, I just used my fingers to play around the fondant to wipe off the cornstarch that was on it. Here I am just using water and a brush to make the orange fondant stick to the white fondant. Just keep doing it and looking at it to make sure everything looks nice the way you want it to look. And I use my scraper just to scrape off the excesses at the bottom, just to make sure everything looks nice and neat as well. At this point I was done, so I had already prepared some decorations that I was going to use as toppers on the cake. So here I am just putting on those toppers one by one to get to the look that I want it to have. Yeah, just continue to watch as I do this. So the number 11, the basketball jersey, these were all pre-made and kept using fondant. And also I added some Tylose powder to make the fondant harder so it will stay still and not wiggle. So I am just at this point just putting on the cake toppers the way I want them to look. And let me know if you will be decorating this kind of cake, and if you haven't subscribed again, please subscribe. To all my returning subscribers, I am so grateful. I thank you for your support. Keep supporting me, and if you're here for your first time, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification bell for future uploads. These tiny balls I had made the previous day and I kept to dry, so I'm just placing it on the cake. Again, the whole idea is to mimic the original picture. Because cakes are done in different parts, I will not have everything that the cake will have. There might be some changes. I usually talk to my clients about the changes. And again, this cake was for my son's very good friend's 11th birthday. Happy birthday again, Jordan. Thanks, Mommy Ida, for ordering this cake. And Ida is my good friend, and Jordan is my son's friend too. So I was so happy working on this cake for Jordan. And it was a beautiful, beautiful celebration of an 11th birthday with Jordan and his friends. So I continued to add some stars. I placed them on the cake. I just continued to look on the cake to see what was missing, to see what I could add as a decoration on the cake. Just continue to watch as I do this. So this was the final look of the cake, and let me know if I was close to mimicking the cake. And if you missed last week's video where I shared how I made this pumpkin spice roll, please check the link above. And thanks so much for watching. Until next week, bye.